Today, I'm going to be talking you through the 6 players that I'm going to be investing in before the Premier League season starts. So the Premier League season is due to begin next Friday, and everybody's extremely hyped for the new season to begin. So the players on this list are some experienced players, some new players to the league, and players that I believe are primed to break out this season. So let's start by moving on to our first player, Charalampos Kostoulas. So Kostoulas was signed by Brighton last season, so he has 1 year's experience in the Premier League under his belt, and everyone probably remembers one of his viral goals, which was the overhead kick last season. The reason why I think Kostoulas is a good player to invest in is that Brighton currently lack natural centre forwards. So currently the only fit centre forward alongside Kostoulas is Jorginho Ruta. With this in mind, we expect his playing time to increase this season. He's still only 19 years old, and he only has rookie cards in Merlin UEFA Club competitions. So the 3 cards that I'm going to be looking out for and trying to purchase for Kostoulas, it is Merlin Rookie Auto, which you can pick up for between £15 and £20. However, due to the increased demand in him, there's not as many autographs available on eBay and other selling sites, so you have to keep an eye out for these cards to pop up. Obviously, if you're going for numbered autographs, they will be a little bit more expensive. The next card is his Merlin UCC Rookie Base card, so I'd be looking for this in a numbered variety, in a numbered parallel. Due to the fact he has an auto, I'd be focusing on, number to 50 or less would increase well if Kostoulas' performances increase in the Premier League and his goal output increases. The next one is his first case hit, which was in top scoring Premier League last season. That can be picked up for really cheap, for between £12 and £25. My main focus of cards, if you were interested in investing in Kostoulas, would be his rookie autograph from Merlin. Due to the fact he only has 1 rookie auto card, this card is expected to be kind of like a grail card for Kostoulas if he does reach his potential and start scoring. Obviously, within the hobby, strikers have a real high value, a high ceiling, due to the fact that they are goal scorers and they are likely to get more media attention, viral clips, etc. So Kostoulas ticks all the boxes for me, which is why overall I've given him an investment score of 9. I'm going to be keeping an eye out for Kostoulas cards. I'm going to be picking some up myself, as I don't currently have any. So he is definitely the first player I believe you should invest in this season. Next, we'll move on to Alejandro Garnacho. So Garnacho's just recently completed his move to Aston Villa from Chelsea, and I believe this could be the breakout year for Garnacho. Obviously, so far, he's had a career just of potential. He's had some viral clips, some great goals, some great performances, but hasn't quite been consistent enough to get minutes in all of his teams. And in my opinion, the move to Chelsea wasn't the right one for him, as the team wasn't really set up to get the best out of Garnacho. This season, I feel like the move to Villa gives a Unai Emery who truly believes in Garnacho and will create a tactic where Garnacho is able to thrive. Therefore, he's definitely somebody who I see having a great season, and therefore his card prices are going to increase. In terms of potential, Argentina is a really big nation within the hobby. So if Garnacho is able to perform well in the Premier League, the potential for national team performances, especially with the retirement of Messi, that they're a country who is screaming out for a star, and whether you like him or hate him, Garnacho does bring fan attention. Garnacho's card prices were obviously extremely high when he debuted for Manchester United due to the hype that came with Garnacho and the performances he was having on the pitch. He hasn't quite met that potential, so the card prices for him have dropped, and they've dropped significantly, really, to the point where I think there's a great investment opportunity in buying Garnacho cards now. The 3 cards that I've identified that I think are great investment opportunities and great to add to your personal collection is the Top Stadium Club Beam Team Auto. I averaged this price at about £45 to £65 based on sales. Obviously, it's not a card that comes up for sale a lot because it is a rare card. It is a case hit and it is an autograph. And it's also a rookie card for Garnacho, but it's definitely one to keep an eye out on. Another card that I absolutely love the design of, again, is a rookie card. It's the Merlin Renaissance Rookie Case Hit. If you haven't seen these cards are beautiful in person, great to have on display, and obviously if Garnacho has a great season, that price is extremely cheap. The final card I've identified is for people who don't necessarily like having players on display wearing old team kits that they no longer play for. So therefore I've focused on an Argentina kit for Garnacho, and the card I've focused on is from an Argentina team set, which is the Bonafide Baller autograph card. Now this is a lovely looking card. It has Garnacho's auto. It's a clean looking auto on a nice dark toned card that's slightly different, and he's wearing his Argentina kit, which would absolutely rise in value if Garnacho has a great season and goes on to be a star for Argentina in the upcoming years. So overall, I've given Garnacho a score of 7. The reason I've given him a score of 7 is he's had chances already. You know, we've seen his cards go extremely high. We've seen his cards go down. When he got his move to Chelsea, a lot of people expected that would be, you know, the year for Garnacho. So this is more of a final hoorah for him. If it doesn't work out to Villa, it's probably the end at the highest level for Garnacho, and we'll see him moving down the teams and the rankings. So I think he does come with risk, but the reward side of Garnacho could be extremely high, especially at a national team level, with Argentina looking for that next superstar. The next player on my list is Rayan. Now, if you've already watched my preview for Top's flagship Premier League, you would have heard my admiration for Rayan and why I believe he is the best rookie available in that set and the rookie you should be chasing this year. Now, Rayan doesn't have any other cards available to purchase other than a sticker from 2 seasons ago in Brazil. So all of these cards that I'm going to talk about today are from the flagship Premier League set, so can be pulled in packs now at the moment by you guys. Firstly, why do I think he is the person that you should all be chasing? So he's coming off the back of an impressive half season in the Premier League with Bournemouth and off the back of an impressive World Cup. From the World Cup, the rumour mill's been swirling all summer about a big move for Rayan, with big money being talked about in terms of a transfer fee. And he's going to have many, many opportunities with Bournemouth if he does stay there, which I believe he will at least be there until the January window at this point. He's going to have many opportunities to demonstrate his ability and hopefully score a lot of goals and get a lot of goal contributions this season. The 3 cards that I've identified that I believe we should all be focused on for Rayan, it is Topps Diamond Rookie card, which at the moment is around £30 to £40. The Topps Gold Line card for Rayan, which is around £8 to £12, which, if you haven't pulled a Gold Line card yet, they're so nice in person, they're lovely looking cards. And then the final card is a numbered parallel. So obviously with Rayan only having a sticker previously, the base card is technically his first true rookie card as a footballer. So getting that in a numbered parallel is an extremely good card to have for the future in terms of a future investment and a great card to add to your collection. In terms of a price for numbered cards, I don't have a number yet that I would feel comfortable sharing with you guys because the data isn't available yet in terms of how much these will go for. But you should definitely keep an eye on any selling sites, or if you pull a lower numbered Rayan, sleeve, top loader and keep that as safe as possible, or even consider grading. In terms of an investment score for Rayan, I've given him 10 out of 10. He plays for the national team in Brazil that's extremely valuable within the hobby, and people regularly like Brazilian national team cards. Rayan has the potential to be the future cornerstone of that Brazilian team as we move towards the next World Cup run. So at Bournemouth last season, Rayan made an extremely big impression in half a season. And with half a season's Premier League experience under his belt, he could absolutely hit the ground running, and we could see his card price increase massively as the rumour mill on a big transfer and his goal contributions increase throughout the Premier League season and the hype grows. So in terms of an investment score, I've given Rayan a 10, but obviously there's always risks involved in the sense that a player could get injuries and we can't predict the future. But I truly think the amount of upside Rayan has, it's going to be a fairly low risk investment because he is 100% going to move forward and grow as a player and probably move to a bigger team and increase in price slightly. I would just tell everyone to spend responsibly on cards. You know, have your pot set aside that you want to spend each month or each week on cards and stick to your budgets. Next, we have a player who's been in the Premier League for 2 seasons now, and that's Bergvall of Tottenham. Now, during the summer, there's been a lot of transfer speculation on whether Bergvall will be staying at Tottenham or whether he'll be moving to another club, with plenty of suitors interested in bringing a midfielder to their team. Whether he stays or moves, based on De Zerbi's comments, we can expect Lucas Bergvall's game time and influence within the team to increase this season. He's coming off the back of the World Cup for Sweden, where he performed really well, and he became their youngest ever player to appear in the World Cup. He's one of the most exciting young midfielders across the whole of Europe, and he performs well attacking and defensively in all the teams that you've watched him play for so far. The three cards that I've identified for Bergvall are the three cards that I believe look the nicest, are the best priced at the moment, and I believe have the potential to rise as Bergvall's performances improve and his game time increases throughout the season. So the first one is from Topps Reverence. Now, anyone who's been around the card game a while will remember the hype around the Topps Reverence set and how expensive those boxes actually got at its peak. Now, this is a £40 to £100 card, depending on what number you would like this card number to. So it comes encased within a mag case with a Reverence seal on top. And it's a great looking card, and I think is probably the best rookie auto you can pick up for Lucas Bergvall. Next, I've gone for his Topps Chrome Sapphire card. So this is the non-autograph version. So I would say aiming to get this card numbered to 50 due to the fact that he does have autographs within the set. So would lower the potential that this card has at slightly. But I still think at £20 to £35, picking up the number to 50 Topps Chrome Sapphire card from Bergvall's rookie season is a great pickup and has great potential and room to grow. If you haven't had a Sapphire card before, they're lovely looking to display. They're great looking cards, and I would always choose a Sapphire card if I could pick any card that was available for a player. The final card I've chosen for Bergvall is similar to Garnacho. Due to Bergvall's future being a little bit uneasy at the moment after his desire to move away from the club, people may not want an out-of-date card in terms of having Bergvall in a Tottenham shirt if he does move clubs within their collection. So therefore I've focused on Sweden, and you can get a Panini Select Visionary card for Lucas Bergvall wearing his Sweden kit. Now this is a case hit within that set, and you can pick this up for £20 to £35. It's a lovely looking card, and obviously playing for Sweden, Bergvall can't change his nationality, so it's never going to be displayed wearing an out-of-date kit, because I know a lot of people don't like rookie cards for that reason. So that's definitely one that I believe everyone should look at picking up if you're interested at such a cheap price. Overall, I've given Bergvall an investment score of 8. Now, there are a lot of factors at play this season in terms of how he will perform. But based on De Zerbi's comments, even if he stays at Tottenham, I think we'll see an increase in his output and an increase in his minutes. Therefore, I think he's a good investment for future years, especially still only being 20 and with potentially many World Cups ahead of him for Sweden. The next player on my list is William Osula, the Newcastle striker from Denmark. The big plus side to Osula is the fact that he only has rookie cards in 3 sets. So one set I would avoid is the Panini Score set, as generally within the hobby, Panini Score cards don't reach the values that the more premium sets do. So I would focus on the Panini Prism and Panini Select cards for William Osula instead. So since getting more opportunities at Newcastle, he's become a regular contributor for them. Towards the back end of the season, he was the starter. He scored 7 goals and had one of the league's best minutes per goal ratio, with 115 minutes per goal. Only Erling Haaland recorded a better minutes per goal rate. Due to this, the potential upside with William Osula is extremely high. He's already played in the Champions League. If he starts scoring again this season, strikers are a scarce position at the moment within European football, so it won't be long until the bigger clubs come knocking and we can see Osula playing in the Champions League on a more regular basis. So earlier I spoke about how Osula only has rookie cards in 3 sets. Now, in modern football, in modern card collecting, if somebody has a Topps rookie card this season and their team plays in the Champions League, they would often have cards across 10 to 15 different sets and have around 5 to 6 different versions of their cards within each set. Due to this, the fact that Osula only has 2 that we need to focus on makes these cards extremely valuable, even in a silver prism variant, due to the scarcity of his cards, especially if he becomes extremely high valued within the hobby. So the first card is the Panini Prism Premier League card. Now you can pick this up for £5 to £20. depending on the number variant, depending on condition of the card. I think that this prism design is quite clean. In a silver prism, it should stand out amongst your collection. And definitely the rarity will increase if William Osula's performances continue the way they were at the back end of last season. The next card is an insert from Panini Select Premier League, which is his future card. Again, it's a very clean looking card. It's a little bit rarer due to it being an insert. And it's one that you can pick up for £3 to £20. Overall, I've given William Osula an investment score of 8 out of 10. The main reason being that he's now aged 23. Due to this, it's time for William Osula to perform on a more regular basis and build on the potential promise he's shown throughout his career so far. I believe he's going to be a main starter for Newcastle and play regular minutes. So if he does have a good first half season, you could expect the rumour mill to start talking about a bigger move for him, and therefore we'll see his card prices increase due to the hype, the social media buzz, and the news headlines talking about this guy as a potential superstar striker. The final player on my list is Brian Madjo, the 17-year-old striker for Aston Villa who they signed from Metz. So at Metz, he became their youngest ever League One player at just 16 years old. As we spoke about earlier, in terms of the scarcities of true centre-forwards being available across Europe, he does have the traditional centre-forward profile with elite physical ability and size. During pre-season, he scored many goals for Aston Villa, and last night scored in the UEFA Super Cup against Paris Saint-Germain. Therefore, his card prices may have increased from the prices I'm going to talk about today slightly, due to the hype that's now increased on Brian Madjo. Also, with the 2027 Under-21 Euros coming up, a couple of good seasons, we could see Madjo leading the line for the Under-21s in that competition, which would again increase his hype across the hobby. So 2 of the 3 cards that I've chosen for Brian Madjo can be pulled within Top's flagship Premier League set, and the other can be considered his true rookie card from when he was playing for Metz within the Panini Select League One set. So the first card we'll talk about is the Topps Diamond rookie card for Brian Madjo. So when I was looking into this card, the current prices were around £35 to £50. After last night, I think that price has probably increased slightly. So I would consider the investment within the card very carefully at this time, because based on last night's hype, it could be a little bit higher today, but by the weekend and next week, it could drop off again. The more people opening packs, the more cards that become available. So it's about investing and buying the card at the right time if you're hoping to get the best financial gains from the card and having the card within your collection for a number of years. The next card is a numbered parallel for Brian Madjo. Now, same as Rayan, there isn't enough data on this really to give a price that I'd be happy to talk about. But if you do pull a Brian Madjo card, 100%, sleeve, top load, and consider getting it graded, especially if it's a lower numbered Brian Madjo card. If it is a lower numbered Brian Madjo card and you don't believe in him as a player, then obviously you can consider selling, and you'll probably be able to sell at a high price at this moment in time, as the hype is becoming real with Brian Madjo after his performance last night. The final card I've identified for Brian Madjo is his Panini Select League One field level card. Now, within the US market, the field level cards for players demand an extremely high price, especially if they are numbered. And due to this, it gives the card a little bit more international appeal as a subset that is regularly collected across the world, across all sports. Now, Brian Madjo's numbered parallels of this card are already extremely high, as it is a true rookie card, and him wearing his Mets kit. But I would definitely continue the search and continue to be on the lookout on any selling sites to see if you can pick one of these up, as I do believe this is going to become a rare grail card for any Brian Madjo collectors in the years to come. Overall, I've given Brian Madjo an investment score of 9 out of 10. The reason being is that this might be more of a longer term hold, as his appearances within the Premier League and within Europe this season may be limited due to Ollie Watkins and Tammy Abraham. I do believe that Brian Madjo has the potential to be something special within the game due to his physical ability and the fact that he is a true old style centre forward that is becoming rarer and rarer within European football. So there you have it. That's Sports Guy Tom's 6 Premier League players that I'm going to be investing in this season ahead of the new season starting. So we'll revisit this video throughout the season and we'll see how we're looking in terms of card value, player potential, and we'll talk about how the players are getting on and whether any new stars have started to emerge that do have potential to increase in price within the hobby. Thank you all for watching today. Please subscribe to the channel and drop a comment to let me know what players you believe have the potential to increase in value within the Premier League and players that you think I should have had on my list. I appreciate all of the support and I'll catch you on my next video. Bye bye.